Hello everybody, my name is Mason and I'm a college student. Not a film student, I just happen to really like film. And today we are talking about the unbearable weight of massive talent. I had such a great time in the theater watching this movie. Nicolas Cage kills it as Nicolas Cage. This movie has a interesting premise of the fact that Nicolas Cage is just playing himself. It's more of a caricaturized version of himself, but it's great. Also in this movie is Pedro Pascal, who I first really became aware of him from the Mandalorian series, obviously. Pedro Pascal has always been great in the things I've seen him in, as well as like Wonder Woman 84, which wasn't all that good, but Pedro Pascal was a great part of that movie. So I was excited to see a movie with Nicolas Cage, who I quite enjoy, and a movie with Pedro Pascal in it. Their chemistry is so good. I could not take my eyes off of the scenes where they are in them together. It is just pure magic. Just amazing stuff. Laughed my ass off so many times in scenes that those two are together. The scenes with them is pretty much the heart of this movie. It is it's when this movie is firing on all cylinders. The beginning of the movie was like, okay, so Nicolas Cage is, having a hard time getting his roles, and you're like, wow, okay, so this is gonna be kind of sad, and then he gets invited to Pedro Pascal's birthday party. He's going to be paid $1,000,000 to do it, and then he's going to retire because he's not getting the roles he wants anymore. And so he's like, "This will be my last hurrah." And so it starts out kind of, sad. You feel shitty for Nicolas Cage, but once he just pretty much immediately when he comes in contact with Pedro Pascal, you just have this smile on your face. It is, like I said, it is the heart and soul of this movie. So clearly, I like them together. Now, this is not just a buddy comedy type movie. Obviously, there is a big portion of that, and it is fantastic. There's also, as you see in the trailer, kind of like a spy comedy going on there. That's hilarious as well. I missed what I'm assuming is probably a pretty hilarious scene because our theater, and this is the second time in a row this has happened, where the movie has started and the screen, like the lens wasn't set up properly. It was like, not tiny, but it was not the full screen. And I had to just go down there and tell them to fix it. And I did this during Fantastic Beasts as well. And then like 10 minutes later, it still wasn't fixed. And then I had to go down there again and be like, look, I don't want to be a Karen or anything, but like, I want to see the movie, on the big screen. So I caught the tail end of a really funny spy scene. So that sucks. So obviously I'm going to have to go watch this movie again because I really want to see the rest of that scene. Hopefully they will actually, set the screen up properly, but oh well. Otherwise, it was great. I loved the spy aspect. There's not a whole lot of it, but there was some spy stuff in there. There was also some action comedy, and I thought some of it was a little over the top. There's a character in there that I thought was a little overacted. But again, this is the kind of movie that you have this overacting stuff. I mean, Nicolas Cage obviously is known for his very vibrant characterizations of his character. So this other character, which was not played by Nicolas Cage, had a very vibrant feel. And, at first I was like, I don't know. And that was probably like what I was feeling like was a weakness. But again, I think about this movie and I'm like, okay, so this is a Nicolas Cage movie where he plays Nicolas Cage, and it's like a celebration of all of his films. So I think it might have actually worked in this scenario. And that's probably really the only negative I have of this film is that one character. And I don't think it's actually a negative. I think this movie is a great time, especially if you like Nicolas Cage. Even if you only like him in like one movie, like even if you only like him in National Treasure, right? There is callbacks and celebration of literally all of his movies. Like, I mean, this isn't really a spoiler, but there's, you kind of see in the trailer, there's, you know, Pedro Pascal's character has a wax mold of, or a wax statue, I guess, of Nicolas Cage holding, you know, his golden guns or whatever, but that's in a Nicolas Cage museum of just literally so much stuff from all of his movies. And so you see all these references to all of his other movies, and you're like, wow, okay, so there's at least something that I can like be like, oh, I know that, you know. So if you like at least one Nicolas Cage movie, I think you'll get just a little something from this movie. But this movie's just so funny, and it's supposed to be funny, and it's actually pretty heartwarming too. There's a storyline about Nicolas Cage and his daughter and his soon-to-be ex-wife, and I don't know if that's actually his daughter or actually his ex-wife. I totally forgot to look that up. But there's a lot of heart and soul in this movie as well, and I keep going back to it. This is a fun, funny Nicolas Cage movie, and that's what I wanted. That's what I saw in the trailers. That's what I was expecting, and that's what I got. And for me, that means this movie is wonderful. But anyway, those are just my thoughts on the movie. Tell me what you think if you've seen the movie down in the comment section down below. Leave a like on this video if you want to see more content like this, and subscribe as always. Anyway, until next time, my name is Mason, and I will catch you in the next video.